Greetings in Christ. I'm coming to you from North Texas, where the men are men and the women drive pickup trucks and carry guns. I want to begin by apologizing to the ladies. I made a video that had some tough talk with bishops, and 2 or 3 ladies complained about my video. I want to say to the ladies, I'm really sorry that you had to hear that. And what I'm going to say now is addressed to the men. So if there's any ladies watching, please stop the video now. Or ladies, children, and prissy men, please step out of the room while your husband or dad watches the rest of this video. Okay, men. Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen said, "Who is going to save our church? Do not look to the priests. Do not look to the bishops. It is up to you, the laity, to remind our priests to be priests and our bishops to be bishops." Men, I need you to help deal with the situation in our seminaries. The Sullins report says this whole problem in the church comes from the rot that made its way into the seminaries. I want to read to you from Dr. Ralph Martin. In his letter a few months ago, he wrote, "Cardinal Maradiaga of Honduras has seen his auxiliary bishop resign over homosexual and financial impropriety. And 40 seminarians in his diocese publish a letter asking him to please root out the homosexual network in his seminary. This cardinal is Pope Francis's chief advisor, the head of his Council of 9, that works closely with the Pope in bringing about reform in Rome and is mentioned as a possible successor to Pope Francis." Vigano, Archbishop Vigano, also wrote about this. In his testimony, he wrote, "Maradiaga is so confident of the Pope's protection that he can dismiss as, quote, gossip, the heartfelt appeal of dozens of his seminarians who found the courage to write to him after one of them tried to commit suicide over homosexual abuse in the seminary." So this is the deal, men. From now on, there's a new rite in the church, in the universal church, every diocese and every religious community. This is how it works. When a young man is about to join the seminary, he has a meeting with the bishop or the general superior. And the young man brings along his dad, his father, or a father figure, an uncle, a big brother, or a mentor in the faith. And at that meeting, the father or the father figure says to the bishop or the general superior, and it only is valid if the father locks eyes with the bishop or general superior. And he says to him, "You better not be sending my boy to a bad seminary, because if you do, you'll be seeing me and there'll be hell to pay," or something like that. You come up with whatever you want, but for it to be valid, you have to lock eyes with the bishop. That's what men do. A real man locks eyes. There's nothing wrong with that. We need to show respect for our bishops, but they need to show respect for you, and more importantly, for your son who's joining the seminary. You lock eyes with the bishop. You tell him the way it is. You speak like a man. If you don't speak like a man, it's not valid. Lock eyes, talk to him like a man, and if he's a man, he will appreciate it. He will look into your eyes and he will give you his word. Your son will be safe. And if anything happens, I'll take responsibility and I'll deal with it immediately, promptly, and definitively. Men, this new rite in the universal church will change everything. Viva Cristo Rey.